The Philippine ambassador to China says that his country will shift away from its longtime ally, the United States, towards Beijing. Jose Chitos del Romana says the shift is a step towards normalizing relations with China, which claims most of the South China Sea. The Chinese government's insistence on its sovereignty over the sea has antagonized other Asian countries, including the Philippines, that also claims part of the body of water. Relations between the Philippines and the U.S. have been strained since the East Asian country's president, Rodrigo Duterte, took the helm in June 2016. Washington is critical of Duterte's crackdown on narco-trafficking. The Philippine president has dismissed the criticism as an attempt to interfere in his country's internal affairs, and he has threatened to cut ties with the U.S. William James, an analyst from Leesburg, Virginia, says the Philippines does not want to be a pawn in the United States geopolitical game.
China, in fact, is the major economic power in the region. Everybody knows that. This has caused some tensions, but they do have a policy quite clearly of sharing that development and communicating that development to the countries, especially in the region, and really to the world. The Philippines wants to be a part of that. The United States has not provided this kind of base. They will provide more arms, they will provide more equipment, and they will place their forces in the Philippines, but they do very little in terms of developing the Philippine economy. China, on the other hand, is prepared to do that, and Duterte felt that that's where his interest and the interest of his country lie. They will not break entirely with the United States. Nobody really wants to do that. They would like to keep relatively balanced relations with the United States, but they've come to a point where they've just refused to be a pawn in a geopolitical game where they will suffer the consequences and not the United States.